Hey, what's up guys? This is Poker Express, and we are back with another episode of Poker Hands. Before getting into it, I would like to ask you guys to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy our videos. Let's jump straight into the action.
But congratulations to our final 8. They survived a field of 1,022 players, and all now have the opportunity to walk away from the King's Casino 1 million euros richer. Who's your money on? The wildcard chip leader, the Brazilian short stack playing on his third final table this week, or the online phenom and poker legend sitting third in the chip count?
But I think he is a bit waiting for the big money, but maybe he learned from the 10-10.
Yeah, we have seen him take some very aggressive options in this tournament. Wow, Isildur.
Aces with the aces.
Here it is.
Oh,
Philip has a big smile on his face with his little swap. He sees Izzy questioning how much the bet is with the aces. Of course, Ricky behind. Trying to get
Isildur with the aces. He does some Hollywood here, a little bit of Hollywood from the Swede.
And Nico's thin jam looks like it might well get punished here. And Isildur wall moving over the top. Nico hoping to see a hand like tens, but it is aces. So Nico at risk. Isildur1 with aces. 105 million chips in the pot. Nico will need a lot of help here. He will leave us in 8th place. And Isildur will climb right back into 2nd place.
14%. A bit much, huh?
14%.
Maybe with the cards out. 14% now. Let's see.
Jack 6 deuce, so he does flop a pair. Right in mind that flop.
Stays alive. Roughly the same percentage. 18% here to hit a queen or a jack.
The turn is a 9. One more card for Nico or his tournament will finish. He needs a queen or a jack to outdraw Isildur's aces. The river card. A king. It was a picture card, you know how to say that, but it was the king. So Isildur climbs up to 185,000, and Nico, aka I'm the boss, leaves us in 8th place. There's a lot of fun over the course of the tournament. We saw on multiple days. Well, Isildur raising up King Jack under the gun. Pavel has defended with King Queen from the big blind. Pavel flops top pair. Isildur a gut shot. Isildur sure will bet this hand.
3-bet, 12.5.
Does bet 12.5. Pavel will call. Isildur will need to hit a 10.
Call.
Turn is an ace.
Good check.
Pavel checks it over to Isildur. Isildur could now win this pot with 2 big bets. And he is reaching for chips. And this is what everyone's been waiting to see. Isildur bluffing.
3-bet. 26.5.
He does bet 26.5. If Pavel were to call, there'll be 100 million in the pot. Isildur with 84 million behind. Pavel knows Isildur's been playing very tight. But if any man is capable of running a big bluff, it is Isildur. Pavel does give Isildur respect and a great bluff. He makes Pavel fold way the best hand. Isildur was drawing dead to a gut shot.
And as we join the action, one of those has more chips than the other 3 combined. It is none other than Moldova's Pavel Plesev in a very strong position.
And here we go, Isildur, pocket queens. Our man in action.
Patience pays off, right?
Raise 50.
Okay, see if you can find anything to... So maybe if Pavel's got something. No, not
Let's
Pavel.
have a look.
Oh, okay, yes.
Wow,
Pavel.
okay, Pavel ace-king.
All right, this is all in, all in.
Well, this will for sure be all in.
Yeah.
Twitch will explode with excitement as
All in.
your man
Okay.
Isildur would be all in a flip.
I call.
He calls. The other two will be rooting for Pavel's ace-king here. Isildur can't believe he's in a flip with a hand as strong as queens.
He wanted to see jacks, but look, he knows. Look, he's slight favourite, as you know and I know, but he doesn't want to be vulnerable. He doesn't want to go out now.
No,
you know.
of course, but desperately unlucky not to be in better shape. The flop, 5-7-3, all good.
Good,
so
good.
far for Isildur.
Okay,
Pavel
so
can pick a running wheel up, but there are no flush considerations to be made. So Pavel will need to hit an ace or a king, or he will double up the most dangerous man on the table.
good,
Turn
good, good.
is an 8. Pavel down to just the 6 outs, going to the river. Does not want to double up. Isildur, if he does win the spot, of course, he will have nearly 80% of the chips in play. And the river is
Oh,
a
wow,
queen.
wow.
Isildur actually improves to a set, not that he needed it. So a huge double up for Isildur, and Pavel knocked down to just 54% of the chips in play. So, can keep doing this knowing Ricky is unlikely to bluff him well. What does he make of this? Well, this is exactly why Isildur can get away with these small raises. So Ricky will not have to play against him. And of course, Isildur has raises slightly bigger, so Zhao can't flat.
He can only really.
Zhao's decision is to go with it pre or not. 3x'd it.
What would you do in that situation?
Well, actually, I mean, Jack-9 suited is one of the hands that you kind of have to play.
Yeah,
With, of course, 32 million
according
back.
to the book that you
He's-
all read.
Well, it's just too good. He's basically calling all in. I mean, he's going to shove most of these flops.
Yeah. Oh,
That,
yeah,
that might not be one of them.
I was really not running well at the moment. He's not hitting anything. He's just.
He may still do
Oh.
it. He does move all in, and Isildur will surely call here. Only 30 million more, and he has ace high.
How much is it?
He knows if Yao had any better hand than that, he would have checked it over to Isildur. So surely Isildur does call,
Yeah.
and Yao at risk of elimination. He does have some backdoor draws, and currently drawing live for a pair.
As you it.
I like this play. I suppose it's unfortunate Isildur actually has a hand. So, like I say, Zhao needs a jack or a 9, or he will be eliminated in 4th place. Ricky looking on intently there. Does have those backdoor draws. Turn is a deuce. No help. Zhao reduced to needing this jack or 9 on the river, or he will leave in 4th, and Isildur will climb over 300 million in chips. It's fate on one card. Isildur as cool as ice. All smiles for now. What will the river bring? Is an ace. No good for Zhao. Isildur will eliminate him in 4th place.
Well played, Yao.
Yeah, a lot of respect there for Yao,
Yeah.
on the rail and his fellow competitors.
Yeah, that's why. That's why I.
That's why John can always find a cash game when he wants one.
It's true. I must be winning. I've got a pair. I've got a pair of 3s. I could always flop a set.
Well, this... Oh, no, sorry. I thought Pavel had 5 for a spades there for a second. Not quite as interesting as I was thinking. Isildur way out in front with his 6. He will check that back. He turns a gut shot, of course. Pavel also turns a straight draw. One of the ends obviously not good.
So an
Certainly
8.
5 high, definitely a hand he doesn't want to try and get to showdown, so we'll bet that straight draw.
So an 8 will not be good.
An 8 would be a terrible card for him.
That's all right.
7.
So he just goes check, check here, probably.
Check, or Isildur might try and squeeze a little bit of value. Of course, Pavel may decide to bluff. He does bluff. I sense it has to be quite a big bet.
Oh, he's going to. I think he's going to get called.
He's gone quite small.
22 million.
I think.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
I
wasn't trying to make Isildur fold a hand as strong as that. That was the issue. He was trying to make him fold no pair hands. I would have actually liked to see him go quite big there and try and make him fold a hand as strong as a 10.
Yeah, before
the series
in
we will
Dublin.
not name.
Yeah. I used to run this series of tournaments before in Dublin. You know, one of them was in Dublin, and I had decided to have a free bar there.
Carnage.
Biggest mistake I ever made. They were fighting in the bleachers. There were people coming off the street.
Well, Pavel limps this one in. Ricky checks his option with 9-4. Flop 3, 4, 8. Pavel a gut shot. Ricky second pair. Pavel 2 options here. He may have to check back with a hand as strong as ace high and a gut shot, but maybe not too concerned about Ricky check raising him. Does decide to bet. Okay, of course, we can see it has the best hand. Turn. Wow, what a turn for Ricky. Improves the trips. He checks. Pavel, though, I suspect will check this hand back. That's the best hand still a fair amount of time and doesn't make Ricky fold many
Here
cards.
comes the deuce.
Oh yeah, I was about to say a deuce will be what it.
Oh, you just know it.
Of course,
Just-
it is a deuce. This spells curtain to Ricky, right?
You just know it. It's just sick. I mean, he could get. I mean, he could get away from it if he bets small.
Yeah, it all depends how big he bets
You know,
himself.
He could get away with it from it.
He's playing with his chips and looking at Pavel.
I mean, it's a cooler.
Well, he's bet quite big. Yeah, 35 million.
I don't think he can get away from it now.
Yeah, this Pavel, I think, will just jam in this
dear.
spot. Knows if he raises the way Ricky plays, he probably just folds it anyway. So we'll just go all in, I think. And very unfortunate for Ricky if he does, because he won't like it, but I can't see how he can fold.
I think Ricky can. I honestly think he can find a fold here.
I don't.
I think he can. Honestly, I think he can.
I don't think he's going to give Pavel credit for limping an ace on the button.
Was it the 5-6? He's got the
5-6
ace
is the main
5.
concern, but
yeah,
he
the 5-6.
maybe would well, he has moved all in.
I think he can find a fold. Just think about it. Think it through. Think it through.
Like it.
He doesn't. He knows he's losing. Oh no!
He
he's
does
out.
call.
He's out.
Unlucky.
He's out. Yeah,
Great.
yeah. Ah, I thought
Wow. Well.
he might. Unlucky, Ricky.
Well, very
well played.
unlucky
well played.
for Ricky. That hand a complete setup. It's worth noting John did call in the deuce on the river.
I just, I just thought it might. You know what it's like. Is that sometimes when people are running like that, it just happens. You know.
Desperate unlucky. But Ricky does walk away with 400,000 euros. And I don't want to say memory of a lifetime, but certainly this far in his poker career, the best moment.
And right now, it's very evenly poised. Pavel holds the slight advantage with 590 million. Viktor, 420 to his name.
There's 400,000 euros in difference to money here. Well, look at this.
Queens again. This seems to be his card. Queens.
Yeah.
Ace. I mean, you know, this is going to be interesting because one second he's just
He's probably playing a hand online or something. We'll all wait for you, Isildur. You send that text.
or texting his mum.
He's going to look down and find queens when he does eventually decide to play.
Yeah.
And Pavel has raised it to 20 million after all this. Now see if you can read Isildur when he looks at his cards here. Well, he doesn't need to give anything away there.
Not really.
It's always quite funny when the action is on you and you've been playing with your phone or something and it comes back to you. Well, it's not shocked. Well, he does 3-bet. And Pavel may think this is going to be Isildur's strategy in this heads-up match. You know, he's going to
He should call with ace high. Heads up. At least.
He does decide to see a flop, so already this heads-up match, not messing around, 128 million chips in the pot. Isildur with a little less than 3 times that back.
So Isildur is pretty certain about the cards he doesn't want to see.
And Jack 10-10.
It's very safe.
Happy with that flop.
Yeah.
Certainly good enough hand to bet. Of course, we'll be hoping Pavel may have a couple of Broadway combinations. So the ones that don't include a 10. He has a Queen Jack, King Queen. Hands that will continue on this board.
I think he's done with it.
With ace-8, I think are right. I think he just.
You and I are wrong.
Oh, he will call once.
Interesting if a jack came here.
Obviously, he doesn't you know, we don't know what his perception of Isildur is going to be heads up. This is the first time he's raised, this is the second hand they played, he's raised the button and Isildur straight away 3-bets him. And this is very smart by Isildur.
Yeah.
Makes out he's been caught bluffing.
Yeah.
Checks it over to Pavel, who I guess is going to check back his ace thinking it's good.
Yeah, he should check back.
He does check. Over a 3. Can't see Pavel putting another chip in the pot with this hand.
I would bet like 100k here to try to get called by the ace. Sorry, 100 million. No.
Well, he has decided to bet 135. Fan of this. He's obviously not trying to get called by ace high here. He's hoping his opponent has a jack. And I can't see Pavel calling here. He's going to get the river with so many better hands he can call this bluff with. He doesn't need to be calling all his ace highs as well. Very exploitable if he always called.
What would you make it? What? I think 100.
Well, no, I like this bet though, because I don't think he gets called by ace high too often. He's best off sizing against much better hands.
Something or other. Can't remember his surname.
Well, look at this. Pavel with 10-9. Isildur with
Again.
another hand in the big blind. See, he does decide to raise yet again. And we're obviously going to see Isildur. I mean, Pavel's just getting bashed from pillar to post, John.
I know, it's massive. Maybe he'll elect to just call this time. See if he can get lucky.
He's just got to stop raising the button.
No, I think limping is probably a better strategy.
I mean, you've been 3-bet 3 out of 3. What point do you adjust?
Yeah, but he's only.
I mean, he's been up against hands, but
yeah, he has.
He thinks he's been full of it every time, because the one time he did 4-bet him is when he folded. So, yet again, 3-bet pot to the flop. 128 in the pot. Pavel the short stack this time. What will the flop bring? Pavel kind of looked dejected there. Well. Oh my God.
Oh God.
Pavel has flopped the joint. Isildur top set.
Crikey.
Well, this is going to be a huge pot. One of two things happens here. Pavel doubles up or Isildur wins the tournament.
Oh, they both check. They both check.
Check the flop. Well, the turn does bring a heart draw. Isildur may bet this now. Obviously he knows Pavel has called a 3-bet pre. There's a good chance he has some of that, although Isildur, of course, blocks a lot of it by having top pair covered.
Be interesting to see how Pavel plays this. I think he might just shove.
I would imagine he would just call here. I think with position, you can just call, and Isildur has to shove so many rivers. He can't believe his luck. It's quite incredible. I mean,
What do I do
if
here?
the river bricks off, he's being gifted an incredible double up when he was really struggling against Isildur. Well, he has made the call. Isildur can't believe his luck.
Yeah.
He thinks he's about to win the tournament. You see there, 2-9-8 in the pot. Pavel 2-8-9 behind.
So if the board pairs here, this is over.
Isildur shoving this river unless it's a 9 or 10.
Yeah.
5 will be of some concern, but I don't think he'll be too worried.
I'm all in.
And straight away, all in. Pavel's like, really? Do you really make a flush there?
No.
But there's no way he can fold.
Yeah.
He does call, and he'll get the bad news. Isildur thinks he's won the pot,
Oh
but
dear.
he's just found out how cold this deck has been.
Oh, that's so brutal.
Well,
so brutal.
He was just winning every pot here, but unfortunately for him, Pavel has just doubled up in a ridiculous cold deck fashion. And Isildur is now down to just 140 million, with Pavel having 875.
Can he fight his way back? Can he fight his way
Unbelievable.
back?
Well, this could be Isildur's first shot.
He's gonna
Expect
shove.
Pavel will shove this hand.
Definitely, yeah.
He does, and Isildur will call with ace-king. Here we go.
So no 7 and he doubles up.
Shot number 1 for Pavel. A bit upset about that situation, but here we go. The flop. 4, 5, 6, unbelievable.
Oh, no.
Pavel has flopped
Oh,
and opened the straight draw with a smile on his face.
Oh no.
Any 8, 3 or 7 will see him take the lead. Isildur have to sweat this one out.
He's got to.
We can't believe it. How does this guy keep doing this to me?
If he dodges
The
this.
turn. Oh, an ace. Well, that is a good card. It
Yeah.
does take the 7s out, but Pavel still hasn't opened his straight draw, giving him 18% equity. He will win the tournament if the river is a 3 or an 8. It's a
Whoa.
5. Pairs
Low
the
down.
board. Isildur with a full double up. You can hear everyone pretty happy with that background. Of course, Pavel still with a 4-1 lead over the
Your Party Poker Millions crown.
Isildur limps in the Jack 5. Pavel will almost certainly check the 9 deuce. Wow. Club, club, club. Not so bad for Pavel, that one.
Not bad at all.
Flops the flush. Isildur, of course, with the jack of clubs in his hand. He improves to a pair now. This
No,
could
this
be
is
trouble
tricky.
for Isildur.
Yeah, this is tricky. I think he might. Pavel will probably check it. Oh no, he's going to bet.
Does
just
bet
in case.
15. Isildur will call, I'm sure. So this pot's swelling up. 50 million in the pot.
Club. No,
It's a 6. Question of will Isildur lose more chips in this pot?
I don't think he will. I think it's going to go bet fold here.
May well.
I think if he bets any more than 25 million, I think it's a fold.
Well, he's going big.
Yeah.
He's trying to size it as a bluff or nuts hand.
Yeah. No. I don't think he's going to. I don't see it.
Full pot bet.
No, I think he can fold this. He can wait for another opportunity.
He does call,
Oh, wow.
and he will see the bad news.
Wow.
Well, he loses to the flush.
Wow.
And so Isildur quite short again. Isildur laying the trap. Pavel raises it up. Isildur will shove.
Sure.
Pavel will call.
I'm all in.
He is all in. Cool. So Pavel with a race to win this tournament. This time flipping. He has ace-10. Isildur has 7s. Marginally ahead. But will need to win this pot or else he will be the second place finisher. And Pavel will be the main event champion here at the Party Poker Live Millions Festival. He, like us, on tenterhooks for this one. Pavel a bit more relaxed. He can afford to lose this. Well, ace, king, 7. I saw an ace, but Isildur has flopped a set.
Right, that was quite a run out, that was.
Pavel will need a lot of help here. Running queen jack, or perhaps a running full house. Otherwise, Isildur will be back in the game once more. Turn is an 8. River the 9. Isildur does double up. And is back to just a 2-1 underdog in chips. He will raise it up. Isildur queen 5 off in the big.
I think he'll probably peel there, won't he? Or call, as it were.
And he does flop a pair. Pavel with all sorts of backdoor draws here in king high.
But a pair is pretty big, heads up, especially middle pair.
And well, Pavel improves to a gut shot. Still has 2 overs to Isildur's pair. And
Okay.
that will be the best card in the deck for Isildur. He decides to bet, and Pavel may call here with
We may
king high.
call with king high, yeah. I think I might find a call against an aggressive opponent with king high.
The only thing is, He does make the call.
Yeah.
Just the 5.
Not going to like what he sees. Yeah, the board pairing is.
Climbing his way up. 38% of the chips.
All in.
Oh, surely.
Wow. Isildur with a decision here. Does he want to call it off with ace-8?
Folded ace deuce.
I can't see how he can fold this one, and he
He
does
calls.
call. Isildur is at risk. Pavel with another shot to win the title. Ace-10 against ace-8. You can see if Isildur were to win, they will go back to level. But is this the final time Pavel needs? Is this the final bullet he will fire at Isildur? He looks exhausted. All he has to do is fade an outdraw, and he will be the champion.
So he's still in front.
9-5 deuce. No help. Isildur will need an 8. Good flop for Pavel. Not many chop chances on this board. Oh my
Oh,
God.
wow.
8 on the turn. Would you believe it? How again? Poor Pavel has Isildur all in for his life once more. But Isildur will double up unless the river is a 10.
Nope.
4. Wow.
Well, guys, if you've been following this final, the all-in hands have just been astonishing. I don't think anybody, even out there in the actual casino, expected that 8 to come on the turn.
Isil with king 6. He comes in for a raise. Pavel has queen 7 suited in the big. Can't see him going anywhere.
He raises to 35 million. Pavel calls. Nice door card, and both players have flopped a pair.
See, Isildur does the backdoor flush draw as well with his king. And he keeps the aggression up as he has done every time he's flopped any hand in the heads-up play. Pavel, of course, has backdoor diamonds. So he will surely call.
Now, if he catches a diamond on the turn, he might want to play the hand far more aggressively. Obviously, if a heart comes, Isildur will be in the same spot. Currently winning, and it is the ace of diamonds on the turn.
Well, I imagine Pavel will check this and Isildur checks back.
Pavel,
Unless Isil thinks he can get his opponent to call with a worse hand. He is cutting out a big bet.
this is a big pot developing here. Pavel with third pair nut flush draw. Isildur put in a sizable bet there, 105,000. Currently winning with his king.
Pavel obviously will call here. Does have a pair and the backdoor nut flush draw. No reason for him to fold.
It wouldn't surprise me if he raised.
Well, I think raising just makes all the bluffs fold and every better hand still calls. Oh, he doesn't. I don't think he's thinking Isildur's necessarily going to bet this big with just the king. If he knew that, he would raise, but I think he's expecting Isildur to check back.
Wouldn't the ace have been a good card just to rep it though?
And well, he's got a pair. If he had no pair, then I think he might try and bluff. But Pavel does have a losing hand. I suspect this will go check, check. Pavel trying to work out how he missed that one. Desperate to get to showdown. So he could rep hearts here. He does rep hearts.
Wow!
He moves all in. What a play. What a play. He moves all in. How can
Surely
Isildur call?
Isildur can't call here. He's thinking it through in his head. He's thinking he called me on the flop. If he caught the ace on the turn, surely he would have bet.
Well, it's hearts or nothing.
Raised. Yes, he's checking the chip count.
Surely he can't call this. Just thinks there's no way Pavel calls 100 million with a flush draw.
In actual fact, he did. He had the nut flush draw in diamonds and a pair.
Well, the problem is the flush draw that he's most likely to check call with would be the king high flush draw for a pair of kings. And Isildur has that blocked. That is what is playing into Isildur's mind here. If he had the king of spades, he would just have to fold this. He does have pretty much the only flush draw.
He is seriously considering calling here, James.
I can see why. I can see his reasoning, and he's right. There's what hand does he call with a flush draw? Could of course be the nut flush draw.
What's your feeling? I think he's going to call.
On edge here.
What do you think at home? I mean, like, this is phenomenal.
So close. Pavel willing him to fold.
This is for the title.
Doesn't want to call, but his gut's telling him. Only the nut flush plays this.
Wow! What a goal! That's phenomenal!
Oh my God!
That is the greatest goal I've seen live here in Rosmerdorf. You saw it. Isildur made the call of the tournament.
Oh my word! Isildur, with that call, is the Party Poker Millions Germany champion.
That is phenomenal, James. I tell you what, I'm so glad I was in the commentary booth when that happened.
Oh my God!
Oh, wow. I mean, listen, you make it sound a lot easier where you explain that, you know, you can't, because he's got the king of hearts, that's the blocker to the flush. You know, it doesn't make sense having the call on the, you know, with the thing, with an ace. So what can he possibly have to make that play?
His hand there is basically the same as the king high flush. It's the only way he can check call the turn with the flush draw is if he has the ace high flush draw. So Isildur is losing to just one hand.